All right, ladies and gents, welcome, welcome, welcome. There are a lot of dots on this screen right now, my goodness, and that would actually be because of all the turkeys or the sheep around this map, and this map is Yucatan. This is part of the Warlords event. You start with 9 villagers in this, so it just kind of makes the game faster than your average start. And DauT going for a wacky strategy here with the Japanese. He's going to go for an instant barracks. And then obviously, like, cheap lumber camps, cheap mills would be very helpful for the Japanese behind this. Yucatan is a classic map. If you've been playing this game for a long time, you probably know it. I used to pick this map all the time because it made Dark Age much easier. It's much easier to play the game with so much food. I used to pick Mongols all the time on Yucatan personally, but Jordan's gone for the Gujaras, and he already has 10 sheep within that first mill there, and he still has plenty of sheep, or I guess turkeys, to take. A big reason to pick the Gujaras there. DauT has gone for the Japanese, so he can be funky and quick with this aggression. Another detail, though, that DauT might not remember about this map is that there's actually quite a few Jags out there, or Wolves. They might have changed it for this tournament. And actually, it looks like he's going to skirt by these two. So, if you've been following this event, you see a lot of players just go up to feudal age with the 9 villager start. And for those watching on YouTube later, I will definitely upload a lot to YouTube, so you guys don't have to miss out on that. Especially the extras channel, if you want more content there. But yeah, DauT's taking a little bit of a risk, because normally if you go for a drush, which is what this is, you have a little bit of extra scouting intel. He hasn't been able to see everything, but he does see the wood line now. And he's trying to be as sneaky as possible with this. The timing on this is actually so crucial, as Loom is coming out now in for Jordan. It's just that Loom timing comes in so fast off a fast feudal build. We'll see if DauT's able to kill any villagers here. He could definitely get started on this one. Jordan now sees the militia. But again, he's got Loom now. So Jordan might not actually hesitate to fight this back and then pull the weak ones back to the TC. A good micro from him. DauT doing his best to block. Unsuccessfully, I might add. And Jordan's going to click up to feudal age there. And that's the start to our game. DauT says so much food. Holy. And he's also gone for a mill back here on the deer. I mean, the drush can still kill villagers. It makes a lot of work for the defender. If Loom wasn't in there, DauT could have killed 2 villagers. That can be the difference sometimes. I wonder what Jordan's strat's going to be. He's certainly going to have the food. I think the big thing for him is actually going to be the lack of wood. Because he hasn't been able to get a second lumber camp up. Gets his boar now. A lot of times players are going to take straggler trees. Definitely see a scout build making sense. And that weak villager is stuck there. And Jordan's going to try and pull him back. The play here is actually to wall in everything and then kill the scout. That's what you want to do. But he actually didn't need that, as he's going to kill the scout. And he's going to be able to kill the militia. I guess you could say it's worth it for DauT. I feel like if you came forward there and you didn't find any villager kills, this whole build order would have been seen as not worth it. It's also possible that his scout would have just been picked off at some point anyways from the army Jordan's going to make. But still, I consider that fairly even. Like, you really don't want to lose the scout, but at least he got a villager kill there. Keep in mind, though, that this mill is still bringing in food over time, right? So it's almost like 1 villager on food. I think it's like 1.5 villagers on food, actually. DauT's going to have some scouting, though, and DauT's going to see these villagers. And then Jordan has the scouting, too. However, he did just miss the fact that there's another militia coming forward. He's going to see the 3 villagers on gold, and his mind's probably going to think that DauT's going to go archers. Not scouting the additional militia could present some problems for Jordan. But at the same time, I feel like it's a waste for DauT, because I don't think DauT's going to have the timing that he wants here. You've got a spearman killing the militia. You've got scouts coming out now as well. And, I mean, 1 scout's going to kill the militia. Like, DauT just doesn't have the group of militia that he wants together at the moment. Also, DauT was trying to wall this. Had to pull back because Jordan's keeping an eye on things. And now there's just another random militia for DauT. Jordan will have this scout. We'll see if he spots those 2. He gets attacked by it, so I'm sure he knows. And then he kills this as well. And now Jordan's going to have 14... Make it 15 sheep inside of mills. That's generating a lot of food income there. DauT just kind of awkwardly trying to figure out the walls here at home. But if he gets the walls down, he's going to be feeling a lot better about the scouts, obviously. As Japanese men-at-arms would have been a lot better. Well, yeah, I mean, if he kills 2 villagers, though, in Dark Age, he's going to be feeling like he's in a great spot. There you've got a spearman from DauT. Great job, because he knows that the scouts are going to be around. And Jordan's going to use this spearman to kill that deer, which is great. Jordan could actually attack and try and steal these if he wanted to. Just microing, lots of things to focus on. Camel gets poked. The militia are now returning the favor here. And DauT will get his walls down, for sure. And Jordan realizes that. Jordan also lost a scout there. Whoa, that's really bad. These should not have been able to get that amount of value. All right. So yeah, people have been asking me about like my opinion on the 9 villager start. I think now it's probably the wrong game to state this, right? Because DauT did go for Dark Age, but I think it makes any type of Dark Age play less successful. In general, I think I'm just not sold on it on open maps. On closed maps, though, however, I'm a pretty big fan of it, especially if it's going to be a long series. It does make the early game less repetitive, speeds things up a little bit. And we're going to see that camel get microed back there. Great job. This is now an auto camel. And we're going to have Jordan with an archer and a skirmisher, and he's going to move out. And DauT's making some skirms at home in defense. So DauT's food income's a little deceiving right now because he doesn't have any farming eco. You could argue you don't really need it on this map, but still think having some farming eco is always a good thing. It says he has a lot on food, and obviously he does, but 7 villagers are here, and then 3 villagers are here, and all those things are going to disappear shortly. Good news for DauT, though, is that he'll have his own ranged units, and he doesn't have to worry about the scouts. He can just kind of back up behind the range and fire on these ranged units from Jordan. Hot take, Gurjara should lose access to the scout line. That'd be a hot take I disagree with. I think you can't remove the scout line from them. I think the main thing with Gurjaras is figuring out the food eco. The devs did make a nerf to it. I think the Shravamsha is still the problem. I think the Chakram's borderline fine. But we'll see. You know, I honestly haven't seen a ton of Gurjaras dominating since Titans League. And this is the first tournament where we've seen... It's the first RM tournament kind of since then. And Gurjaras have been picked a lot. They were picked really early by Jordan here. He was his very first pick. But how much of that has to do with the fact there's Yucatan as well? So DauT gets up to Castle Age here. Did make the market, but never really feels like he's at home if he's not with a market. And that camel is going to get out of here. I mean, that camel will be pretty important to scout the rest of the map. Jordan's actually using the scouts to do it. I would have put this bad boy on auto scout personally. as noob as that may be, you have no use for a 2 HP camel at the moment. Jordan clicks up, and Jordan is going forward with villagers here. Like he wants to push DauT. And not really sure what DauT's long term is here, to be completely honest with you guys. Looks like he just wants to go skirmishers, but you can't commit to skirmishers long term against civilization that can make the Shravamsha out of the stable. Not to mention that moving out here is pretty awkward as well. I guess the spearmen are following. Yes, there go 2 villagers this way. Right. Always bothers me so much when players don't make a gate. Like the fact that he's just going to wall and re-wall, delete walls and re-wall this all the time is going to be a frustrating thing for me. Clearly, Jordan wants to go for like a siege push on the side here. And DauT's moved out with 2 spearmen and 5 skirmishers and is getting Bodkin arrow. It just feels like a fake attack. Like it's not going to accomplish anything. He's certainly leaving himself really exposed. He is, in the end, going to play defensive as he drops the second town center there for eco. And Jordan scouted the town center. Jordan's going to drop the siege workshop in a perfect position. And Jordan doesn't have to worry about this at all. Oh, he did just lose the camel there. Jordan's economy. Let's actually look at resources collected this game. Higher for DauT. That's crazy, right? Jordan's economy is looking better in terms of what he's floating, though. And ease his way into a lot more upgrades and army. He's just a little light on gold to be able to make the siege consistently. I think crossbow is arguably not even worth it when you have 4 of them. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Not that I'm ever dishonest with you guys. I think both have been rather unconvincing with their play thus far. DauT's got 10 skirms, no upgrades, 3 spearmen. DauT doesn't have any scouting presence whatsoever. DauT moved out with his army just to run home with the army. Jordan hasn't 4 crossbowmen with no bodkin arrow. The biggest thing for Jordan, though, is going to be the siege, and DauT doesn't have an answer to that, and this is about to change my statement. This will be convincing. Jordan should be able to boom on 3 TCs behind this as well. DauT is just wondering what his opponent's up to. He's definitely worried about the Shravamsha riders. He's going to go monks just to get relics, most likely. That's the reason he's moving out. Both players thinking this is going to go late. Jordan just kind of hiding this, which is a sneaky move, right? Like, you could have gone out with 1 and probably killed some villagers. Let's see. DauT's perspective. Jordan just attacks the walls, actually. Well, he doesn't know about the town center. And he doesn't want to hit the villagers on berries, I guess, for some reason. Now DauT's going to come home with his AI army. And now the TC's there, and Jordan's just like, oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what I need to pressure then. I have no reason to ever leave this area, and DauT goes for his own siege workshop. So, would like to see Jordan try and like bring the crossbowman here to range the berries to hurt DauT's food eco. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't really have an army that can run in here. Like, he broke in, but now doesn't feel comfortable moving up towards all this. DauT is bringing a relic home at the moment. He is ahead in villagers, but he doesn't have a hill, and his main gold is below this, and his TC's already lost half of its HP. He drops the 4th town center. Dang, DauT's going to have to sink a lot into defense here. I mean, he's not even mining any gold now. We're definitely... Oh, I need to use this. Sorry. Yeah, you can see how much the market's been used this game. Sorry, I didn't have that on for community games. But yeah, you can tell DauT used the market, but he's going to use the market even more to make this happen. Jordan's economy, I feel, is much stronger at the moment. Doesn't have the idle time to deal with, obviously. I like the cheekiness of mining this stone here. I like the outpost with this villager. And Jordan should be happy that he took that town center out. And now he's just going to sit and be patient and wait to see if DauT does anything here. Still, like, DauT has taken, like, 5 berry bushes. Maybe, like, 6 or 7 with this because there's been no crossbowmen sitting here. And Jordan's like, what do I take out here? I like taking out the market, actually. DauT really needs the market. Relies on that market. Market will go down, and we might even see DauT build a new one right away. Somebody asked if the samurai have a bonus against this Shravamsha. I guess they would, right? Because don't samurai have a bonus against all unique units? So it makes sense that they do. Jordan's probably so confused. It's like he sees bodkin arrow, he sees skirmishers, but would you really be scared of that if you're making siege? Now DauT's going for a tower. This is all very good news for Jordan, right? Because this is all super defensive play for DauT. The one thing you want to do if you're Jordan is get outposts over here to see if DauT ever expands. Obviously, Jordan's going to be like farming away at home too. He's got to do all that work. DauT is going to expand. This will be his 5th TC this game. But he picked Japanese. We never saw the Man-at-Arm upgrade. We haven't seen an archer from DauT. He's kind of playing this like Byzantines, only Byzantines would do much better at some of the things that DauT's doing. Jordan being as calm and relaxed as possible, waiting for the possibility of a knight to run in here. As I said before, I love the outpost play from him. He's even going to send a scout in here, and he's just like trying to force DauT into more towers as he gets a beautiful pick off. That's a 1-for-1, but that's still fine for Jordan. This obviously good for DauT. DauT gets another mangonel kill. Okay, so the guard tower defense is working. Well, I think what Japanese have that's good on Yucatan is the ability to be flexible in Dark Age. But Dark Age isn't as big a factor with the 9 villager start, right? I actually think Japanese would be better in a 3 villager start than a 9 villager start. But DauT wouldn't have been able to go for the 2 militia play if he wasn't the Japanese, right? And now Jordan's starting to think about this outpost, but like DauT is just like, I gotta give him credit. He's 4 TCs. He soaked up the pressure, and he now realizes that, you know, there's no way that Jordan can push this area. So why not move out now with an army that's still not elite skirmisher, still not pikeman? It's just so macro-oriented, right? It's just so much economy. Does DauT see any of this? Does Jordan see any of this? Jordan sees it. DauT saw it, I think, as well, and gets hit. Stravamsha and the scout kill the monk. Mangonel now goes down for DauT. He does get an attack round, but now the siege is gone. And Jordan's going to drop a castle here, and honestly, I don't mind it. I would have honestly loved to see him take map control and drop a castle forward, but against DauT, when DauT's economy could be a little better than yours, you're just going to give him kind of like a free Trebor, which is obviously not something you want to do. Hey, that castle's going up. Jordan has crossbowmen. Jordan. I'm being really... I have my hopes so high for these guys here today. Obviously, I was in Germany to cast them in Heidelberg, and we saw like the highest level there in a faster game mode. Dude, that feels like it's a castle deny every single day, even with just fletching. He saw the foundation the second it was placed. This army from DauT still wandering around, though, was a proper distraction. Both of these two competitors on their way, excuse me, to the next stage. Now, Gurjaras get bombard cannon. Japanese do not. But I'm wondering what you do as Gurjaras against Halberdier. This is going to sound weird, but like Halb, Skirm, Treb. If Japanese just go full trash, combined with their siege, I think it could actually be really awkward for the Gurjaras. Let me look. Let's wait for this to see if this monk goes down. Okay, all right. Monk's not going to go down. Ballistics is in. Maybe there's a chance. Scouts attacking there. Sravamsha's attacking there. Villagers attacking or being attacked here. Let me just check their resources brought in. Wow, this is really close. Look at the resources just going back and forth. What's the imp composition going to be here for Jordan? I have no clue what either player is really going to commit to beyond like maybe DauT going skirms. The army count's been super low. DauT is making some samurai. I think Chakram would be awkward because you don't have the castle numbers yet, but it could be your go-to in the long run. The unique tech, the Casatrius is coming in now for Jordan. And what that unique technology does is it makes the food cost in all of your units be cheaper. So that's really helpful, and it's a really strong tech. Jordan losing all of his crossbows here. Still doesn't have ballistics, Jordan, so he's going to have some massive problems, and he's just going to lose this position now. It kind of gives it up as he's focused his attention elsewhere. And we're going to see stone walls across the middle towards the ponds here from Jordan, as he's going to want to fight right here in the middle. And now we have a pause. 126 population versus 132. Been a very boomy game. Been a very eco-focused game. DauT's got 2 relics. Jordan trying to find out where that other relic went. I was going to say Jordan's going to have 3, but I actually don't know where that other relic went. It wouldn't surprise me if DauT snagged it somewhere. DauT's going to drop this castle. I don't love it, actually. I feel like after clearing this up, what you would want to do is drop the castle on the hill. But he could always do that later as he catches up with a few upgrades here. And it seems like Jordan is going to commit to the Chakram Thrower. So that means he can't be too aggressive in the early game in the Imperial Age. And Jordan is going to end up with the 3rd relic. Okay, so I was right on that. Rajaras pretty much have a counter to everything, right? If you make archers, they've got Shravamshas. If you make halbs, they've got the chakrams. Like, their big weakness would be, like, heavy halb and siege play. DauT is just upgrading skirmishers. Is going to get a variety of upgrades here, I'm sure. As that samurai is going to run in there and smack down the mangonel. DauT gets hit in the face with a shot. Feel like... Again, like, are my expectations too high? Maybe they are. They're just warming up into the series. Some of these things have surprised me a little bit. Jordan doesn't even have any imp upgrades for his chakrams either. He's still trying to work on massing them, and he's got an incredible farming eco. And he's going to add stables here, so he's going to go light cav. It's worth pointing out, though, that chakram throwers aren't really countered by skirmishers. They don't take a lot of damage from skirms. As DauT goes for Elite Samurai. Let's go, baby. So Skirm Samurai, I like the sound of that. I think chakram throwers should destroy both Skirms and Samurai. But Jordan doesn't seem convinced because Jordan's going into Hussar here. That said, Hussar obviously pretty decent against skirmishers. As we see skirmishers killing some villagers here. Jordan's going to take this gold. Jordan's got a lot of gold remaining. Almost feels like Jordan also doesn't have his gold mining upgrade, but I could have missed it this game. It makes sense for Jordan with vision on this area to send some Hussars over there right now. Both players trying to outpost the map. DauT's got a lot of vision, and DauT's going to try and force a fight as we see Elite Chakram Thrower on the way for Jordan. For only 18 units. He only has 18 Chakram Throwers. We'll see if they'll be strong enough. Obviously, them being elite will be helpful, and they do pass-through damage, which should be good against all these units which are bunched up. Jordan's probably going to focus all his attention with his Hussars right there. Here comes a wave. He needs to keep his castle up. He's actually not mining any stone right now. Again, in my experience, the skirmishers just don't do a ton of damage against the chakrams, so I think you don't need to be scared of this. Could be wrong, though, guys. And the pressure is coming in from DauT. Jordan had so much time. The chakrams take a lot of time. Jordan doesn't have imp armor on any of the units he's fighting with. And the Hussars are going to go down pretty quickly here. And the way these units are spread out actually means that the chakram throwers won't be as effective. Because they were in a line. Right? If they were in a line this way, it's very different. They weren't north to south. They were east to west. Jordan has the population lead, but he loses his castle. And we'll see now if the chakram throwers just kind of melt everything here. It looks like they're starting to. Jordan's production obviously won't be that good, though, because he lost that castle. So that's a nice little win there for DauT. KD's very even. And finally, Jordan completes imp armor for one of his units in the Imperial Age, as he's now going for imp armor for the next. Now, I called it out a moment ago. Bombard cannon is possible for the Gurjaras. It always surprises me how much the Civ can do. But yeah, it is possible for them to go for bombard cannon. So, I think you need to make bombard cannons if you're Jordan, but I don't think he researched chemistry. The other thing that Jordan needs to do, and he's doing it now, is he needs to hit these villagers. And both players are going to be contesting for this area. Like, Jordan's got some hustlers over there, and that's a really big deal. DauT's trying to think, like, how do I counter chakrams? And he's just going to stick with samurai. And good news from DauT is he's got, like, a really nice castle wall. And samurai actually produce pretty quickly. And Jordan's not producing chakrams consistently. He's just going into Hussar. That said, Jordan is almost fully popped. And DauT is trying to get stone walls down over here. This is something that should be spotted by Jordan. Should be denied by Jordan. This villager is the savior for DauT. Let's see. And DauT obviously misses it because he's probably focused elsewhere. And Jordan's looking at the Hussars over here as they dive into the eco. So, lots of things going on at the moment. I'm going to assume that Jordan's looking at this now. And he is. And that's a great find for him because that hole won't be plugged, which means it's possible for him to get some stables up on that side. That will be beyond DauT's walls. And the Hussars are killing villagers here. And DauT is hemorrhaging population. He's got 109 villagers only. The only thing he's producing for a while there was actually villagers. Though he is still trying to get samurai numbers up. Bracers on the way for Jordan. Lovely technology that helps his castles as well, right? And, you know, getting hoardings now so he can keep his castles up. I think he just needs to have like 10 to 15 more chakrams, and life's going to be good for him. I think that DauT's only way back into the game, and he knows it because he's getting Kata Peruto, is with one big snowball push up the middle. DauT doesn't have the long-term control. At least it doesn't feel like he will. Will Jordan be able to push here? It feels like with all these raids, right, in ideal circumstances when you're raiding like this, you want to be pushing the castles, right? Force their attention to the side, raid their base, boom, 4 trebuchets on a castle. Hasn't happened from Jordan. But he has been pop-capped. And now he's got the bombard cannons in the queue. If Jordan loses this game, I think forgetting about bombard cannon could just be the only thing we've got to circle back to. But what a great job from him to continue to raid. He obviously is going to lose this side, which means that DauT's going to get access to that gold. But again, this is that time to push the middle, and DauT also seems to know what's up. Part of this is DauT looking to push, but I think the other part of this is DauT looking to defend. DauT has 65 samurai, but a lot of those samurai on the right at the moment. And this is going to be a big problem for DauT. The Trebs! The Trebs are going to go down to the Hussars. He actually packed them up. Or I guess unpacked them. And look at these chakram throwers go. They throw through each unit. The samurai actually do a lot of damage once they start attacking the chakram thrower. But it's just a little bit of micro back with the meat shield. That's what you need. And everything melts to the chakram thrower. Yeah, we'll go this way. Yeah, this is perfect for the chakrams. Like, what are you supposed to do? You can't do anything about it, and you've got monks healing up. You've got Trebs, and you've got bombard cannons for the castle. DauT has another group coming, so this group is trying to come back to deal with this. This is Jordan's moment to win this game. DauT only has samurai. He's been very passive kind of the whole game. Did have that one moment where he took out a castle, so it felt like there was maybe a chance for him. Jordan's prepared to spam Hussars for the rest of the game. Jordan would love for DauT to chase this bombard cannon. Well, okay, DauT might kill the bombard cannon. Never mind, DauT's running underneath the castle. Hussars do get chewed. Pretty convincingly, actually. But as do the samurai against the chakram throwers. And I think you would need to have, like I said, halberdier and onager. Halbs for the Hussars and onagers for the chakram, but even then the chakrams are still really strong. Just got done watching the 10 times Civ bonus. That was crazy, wasn't it? Yeah, we did more of it yesterday as well. It's really fun mode. I mean, DauT's pop is still high, but he's now switching into pikemen. I think, like, if he has a chance here, as Jordan is maybe considering murder holes, I think if he has a chance, he's going to need to go another direction, and I just don't know what that direction is. Also, fun fact, Gurjaras also get hand cannons. Unless they change that. But I remember a crazy comeback I had with Gurjaras, and I just kept being like, wait, I have bombard cannon? Wait, I have hand cannons? On top of the Shravamsha and the Chakram and all these other things? And yeah, I'm pretty sure they still have hand cannons, which would actually be a great thing to mix in here as well. It's a ridiculous unit, this Chakram thrower. And Jordan's using them perfectly. Look, he's like, okay, all right, come attack me. Come attack my Hussars, have fun. And then he says, okay, don't get close to my boys. And then he actually takes the fight there, just so the Chakram throwers can finish everything off. DauT's going to lose that castle. DauT lost this game a long time ago. This is going to be Jordan's win to start off the series. And an interesting little game. Be curious to hear people's thoughts on it. You know, Japanese have never been known for their late game strength. And they have been known for their Dark Age and Feudal Age. And, you know, Dark Age, was kind of cut in half in this game by the 9 villager start. We did get to see the cheap lumber camps and cheap meals be taken advantage of, but it didn't feel like maybe in the same way as your more standard game, and maybe that could have been part of why DauT struggled. To be fair to him, though, I mean, he did try, and he was just so close to being able to kill villagers in the early stages of the game. Game definitely felt slow from high-level standards. I can agree with that statement. There were a lot of, like, I don't want to say sloppy mistakes, per se, but it wasn't like the highest peak we've ever seen from these players. All this stuff said, DauT right now has a crazy population. And he just got the Samurai in on the Chakram throwers. Oh my god. They are only 50 HP. Jordan's like, I guess I found the choke point that I can work with. He actually lost a lot of the Chakrams there. But if he takes out all of DauT's castles, then DauT won't be able to make more Samurai. And that's going to be worth it. Like, I think even losing all of this is completely fine. I mean, it's not fine. It doesn't make you happy, but I think you're okay with losing this as long as you took out another castle. Because Jordan still has the castles, and Jordan is going to be able to make more Chakram throwers. And you also have this. Oh, what a great job from Jordan. He's really feeling it now. Gets the raid in on the villagers on gold. Is now starting to ram that down with the siege elephants. Yeah, and then again, good micro here from Jordan. Full infantry just gets shreked here. Yeah, I did notice the Samurai were doing a great job against these things. I guess the problem is like, Samurai don't have that much HP. So to get in close is always a pretty difficult task. Yeah, Jordan also raiding over here. This is so good, man. Great vision from him, great awareness. He actually doesn't take out this castle, but DauT doesn't have any stones, so maybe the next wave will be able to do it. And I think the most important thing, too, is without this castle and without this castle, there's nothing to stop Hussars from running into that back corner. Oh, my God. The unit's ridiculous, man. The Chakram throw is just ridiculous. It's a wild unit. Kind of makes me sad because, like, the Gebetto have existed for a long time. Throwing Axemen have existed for a long time, and you just don't really see those units be utilized that frequently, especially the Gebetto. And now you've got the Chakram, and it's just like they're stealing all the thunder, you know? It's so mean of them. Japanese Halbs will come back here to deal with this, I'm sure. The Hussars are still all over DauT. Like, DauT's looking at his population, and he's like, I'm not dead yet. I'm at 175 pop. He knows he's behind, for sure. But he's still thinking I've got a chance. He's going to repair that castle. He's going to go in with an attack. Jordan does have murder holes now, for those wondering, so that castle should stay up. And, you know, with having the third relic, and then having all the control that Jordan has right now, DauT should eventually be dead. Give that to throwing Axemen and Gebettos. They'd be OP too. Well, Gebettos have more attack than a Chakram, as do the Axemen. And I think both... I think the Gebetto has similar amounts of HP to the Chakram. But the Axemen have way more HP too, I think. So yeah, absolutely. It's just the concept is very strong. I think, like, maybe a way to quote-unquote balance the Chakram thrower, if you think it's an issue, is possibly make them a little slower. But this game, in my opinion, didn't necessarily have to do with the it did have to do with the civilizations, actually. I think the Gurjaras are just a great choice here, but it was like also how the civilizations were played. Jordan took out a town center and held this position for a while. Jordan was 3-2 on relics. DauT's gameplay in feudal and castle was just like very underwhelming, to be completely honest. Very underwhelming. It did not show me a lot. Like, I would have liked to see a Pike siege push. Like, remember, Jordan didn't produce a lot either. I think some of that might have to do with the fact that they're on this type of map, and they just didn't feel like a lot of damage could be done. DauT certainly gave himself a chance there with the first Treb push, but then Jordan was able to figure it out. Well played. 99,000 resources or 98,000 resources from Jordan. Pretty nice KD there. And that's pretty standard late game stuff there from Jordan, who takes the first win here in Warlords Best of 5 group stage. Obviously, DauT's going to have some home mats to go to, and we'll move on to see what those are here in just a second. All right. Welcome, ladies and gents. We've got a Nomad game, and please end up right next to each other. Oh, my God. They're not going to end up right next to each other. And actually, what makes this wild here is in this event, Warlords, you start with 9 vills. So every map you start with 9 vills, which makes the map way faster. DauT's TC spot, man. I know it's on stone, but this could be a massive problem for him in terms of wood once he chops through a couple trees there. Anyways, DauT lost the first game. It was not the brightest performance I've ever seen from him. He's here as the Portuguese. And then Jordan is playing as the Spanish. The Spanish are known as one of the best civilizations on Nomad. I wouldn't say Jordan is necessarily one of the best players on Nomad. Though obviously I'd love to see him prove me wrong. And did he get a house up? Wait, what? Hold on a second. He needs to desperately get a house down? Oh, did he queue the fishing ship first? You should be able to afford... Sorry, I got a little confused there because it might have something to do with what resources they start with in this mode. Jordan got a little house there, which is a little rough around the edges, but it's not the biggest deal. But we'll make the Nomad start faster to have 9 villagers. Jordan's going to bring in a boar now. Really like his wood saturation. I also like how he has the berries there. You know what's going to be bad for Jordan, though, is that this is his gold. And DauT hasn't scouted it. But if DauT were to castle drop anywhere, it would be right there. And we know DauT loves his castle drops. Jordan's dock, obviously, over on the right side. He'll be fishing. DauT's dock also looks like to be in a better position here. And I expect this to be a really quick game, guys. I think this is going to be a castle drop from both. And the positioning of that castle can be really important. So, Duck says, I fired up DE to play versus AI and the T90 sound mod enabled itself. I told you! Anytime that mod gets a new sound, it just automatically ticks on for any player. It's cursed. I said that in the video. I warned people. All right, here we go. DauT's going to bring in board number 2. So, okay, so far so good for DauT. And obviously, so far, so good for Jordan as he also gets a boar. And that should be easy enough kill for him. Boom, gets the food. Good stuff. Don't forget about that food. Great stuff, Jordan. All right. This definitely, because of the 9 villager start too, like you're just flying so fast, you're not going to be able to prioritize scouting as much. You just don't have as much time. So I don't even think sheep scouting is as important as maybe it used to be. As I say that, though, I take it back. Look at Jordan. Holy. He's looking for DauT's dock. And he's going to lose this sheep. And that will maybe make him think that DauT is docked here. DauT is actually walking around. Is DauT looking for Jordan's dock? Or is he looking for a second dock? See, DauT's made lumber camp. Tells me he's going to click up to feudal here. Okay. Okay, and he just spotted the house from Jordan, which is going to make him think that Jordan's dock is here. Because normally you have a house next to the dock. Kind of like he did. And, okay, so I'm trying to figure out what DauT's up to. He wants to go water for sure. He's not going to go castle drop. He was going to go second dock over here. But now thinks that Jordan's going to be over on this side. And he now has lost the sheep. So he thinks Jordan's over there, which would be correct. There's his dock. There's Jordan's dock. 4 fishing ships for DauT. 4 fishing ships for Jordan. DauT's fish is like way more plentiful though. So they're going to be competitive on water. Thought we would see an all-in castle drop, but this is more of like the standard play because fishing ships can be so important on this map. Jordan wants to go for another dock. It'd be a really annoying dock for DauT to deal with if Jordan dropped the dock here. See, Jordan went exactly where he lost his fish, his sheep, sorry, and now he's confused. He's like, wait, what? And now he sees the dock. Both in feudal at pretty much the same time. Very good build orders. We have galley opening from Jordan, which I hate so much. I'd much prefer to see fire galleys, especially since you're fighting in like a choke point and you know your opponent's pretty close. But that could just be to not hold water forever, but just to snipe the enemy fishing ships. Okay. This villager's still moving around here from Jordan. She's just going to be a house builder for now. I think what's important for Jordan is that he's going to have another boar. Looks like DauT hasn't found another boar. He obviously has the deer, but he also has the berries too. So I think these things are all really helpful for him if he wants to get up to Castle Age. But this is, oh my god, it actually bothers me so much. Opening galleys is such a bad decision. Oh. In a choke point you have to run through. Oh, it's just the easy way to lose water against the fires. And now you're going to lose your fishing ships. And you have no way to get to your opponent's fish. Well, I hard disagree with that choice from Jordan. It's rare that I get really stressed out when I see a player make a certain decision. Maybe it's not so rare. Maybe it's more common than I'd like to admit. But that does kind of stress me out. Again, his eco is going to be great to be able to get to Castle Age regardless. He did actually save his fish, too. So there is that. DauT's really trying to kill a galley for the first time. DauT hasn't been able to kill one yet, as he has to micro back. And actually, maybe I was wrong. Maybe DauT could have executed better here. I don't know, but DauT's going to go for a market. He's going to try and go to Castle Age. Jordan obviously can't look away from this, right? Absolutely cannot accept Lever looking away from this. Jordan could still run into a massive demo. DauT's going to keep a demo on that dock. I love that decision. You know he has to pass through there. There's only a couple tile gap. This could be an amazing trap from him. Jordan's going to be like, all right, here we go. I'm getting fletching. Time to win water. All right, here we go. There's a bunch of fires. Got to be careful. Let's try and pick them off. Here we go. I'm in a great position. Here we go. Oh! Boom! Great demo there from DauT. Sadly, he didn't kill everything. Jordan's laughing because DauT got him good. Obviously, they're also good friends, right? So they're able to have that type of relationship in a competitive setting. Great demo there from DauT, though. I like that. That was a good moment. This villager's dancing. He's happy he doesn't have to repair more ships, but he actually still does because these ships continue to back away. Jordan has made his life so freaking difficult by going galleys, man. Imagine how simple your life would have been if you went fire galleys and demos and choke. But we are not finished. We're far from it. These Castle Age times are the most important thing now. Fishing ships obviously matter. Navy matters. But the castle positions matter. Jordan knows. Jordan, cancel your vills, man. Cancel your 2 vills there. Does he have a market? He didn't make a mill! He didn't make a mill before the market. It's such an annoying thing to have to remember. That could decide the game. I'm not exaggerating. That could decide the game. Him forgetting that because he went to make a market. Now he's got to make the market. DauT already had the mill. So now, and DauT had the market. It's easy to think about that when you don't have to micro as much like Jordan has to. And now DauT's on the way to Castle Age. Now, this is going to get fun because Jordan will be in Castle Age too. Jordan, cancel your vills, man. Cancel your vills. Cancel the Oh, Jordan's so dead. Jordan's unbelievably dead in this game. His fishing ships can't fish. DauT will drop a castle. I hope what DauT does, though, is I hope that DauT just runs forward and drops it here. He might not want to take that risk, but I think it's worth it if you see you're in Castle Age first. Maybe not worth the risk against Spanish because they build faster. Wow. Only mouse shift says, I hope we get an update in water maps like AoE4. Really? I watched the AoE4 in the Red Bull tournament. I watched water. I thought it was horrible. And I thought all the videos that I saw about new AoE4 water were incredibly off on their assessment of it. Also, talked to AoE4 players and the casters there, and they all said that, yeah, the water is like still really bad there. I'm not saying AoE2 water is perfect, but from a couple of the videos I saw about water, and then what I actually saw when I was in Heidelberg, I thought it was horrible. But I also don't spend a lot of time on it, so maybe I was wrong, and maybe everyone I spoke to was a bit off as well. DauT's gonna go forward! DauT's gonna go forward. This is the correct play. And Jordan didn't even go to stone on Nomad. I mentioned before the series, people are like, who do you favor? And I basically said, I think DauT does a much better job in, like, non-standard situations. And DauT's going to drop the castle there. That's perfect. What was Jordan's plan without a castle here? I wonder. He sees this. He's going to buy the castle now. He's going to drop a castle. Ooh, that's interesting. So he just bought the castle. I think Jordan has been so distracted on water that he just hasn't been able to do some of the small things you need. Well, some of the very important things you need to do in this map. He's going to go double monastery, though. Okay. Villager from DauT's being attacked here. Obviously, if DauT gets fletching, though, Jordan can't really take this gold. And Jordan doesn't have a lot of other golds he can easily access. If he were to go here, DauT can see it. And DauT doesn't have vision on this area, but neither does Jordan. Jordan doesn't have food eco, so he can't make conks. He's now going to go missionaries. DauT needs to get fletching here. DauT definitely needs to get fletching. DauT also lost his fishing ships to Jordan, so great job from Jordan to snipe there. DauT, however, doesn't need food to make organ guns. Oh, DauT, come on, man. You've got to get fletching here, surely. Also, can't that range? I'm pretty sure if he were to right-click, it starts to range the villagers, right? I'm not going to lie. A very weird series between these two. Obviously, they're doing a lot of things, and it's so easy from a caster's perspective to forget that context. But I always try and be really mindful of that. I think the castle's auto-attacking the market here. But even still, I feel like just doing anything you can to get fletching would be awesome. Also, there's a tower going up over here from DauT, which is ambitious to say the least. And, yeah, we're going to see that villager go down. But if redemption comes in, missionaries could be epic here from Jordan. And there you saw the castle get a villager kill. See if Jordan can get that redemption upgrade. DauT's going to have the eco lead on 2 town centers. Jordan's really struggling in that regard. But he maybe wants to go for a castle then. He could drop it on DauT's face, possibly. We knew it would be this type of game. It's high pressure. It's awkward. Redemption's going to be coming in for Jordan. Look at the monks. Look at their little shiny bald heads. They're ready to convert. They are ready to convert. This could be awesome. And does DauT know about any of this? DauT does see the monasteries. If he looks, he could see the missionary. And he should be more scared of the missionary than a monk. Not because of the range. They do lack range, but they have the speed. And DauT stopped mining stone, so he can't, like, drop a castle or anything either. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. DauT could be in big trouble. So what I'd love to see Jordan do is you, like, send the vills out as a distraction as you go for the conversions. Okay, he's not going to do that. He's just going to go and he's going to give the organ guns the hill. He gets 1 conversion. He gets 2 conversions. He's going to run away with his missionaries. He actually wasn't that great for him. All things considered, I think it could have been better, but he will clear that. And he still can drop a castle on DauT. He does know DauT's got a town center there. This is where I would drop it. DauT's going to buy stone. Wait, DauT's trying to go fast imp. What? Oh my god, this is crazy. He's going to idle his TCs, though. So he's going to try and get imp so he can treb this down. Rams would do so much for Jordan at the moment, wouldn't it? Just like 1 or 2 rams here, especially since his castle with fletching is shooting this down. Now, Inquisition is not in. It's super expensive to get that. I think DauT's in big trouble here. DauT's in big trouble. Also, Jordan's still on the seas. Oh, man. Okay, there's a slight chance this castle goes down to the town center fire or the organ gun. Again, a slight chance. It's Spanish builders, though. Oh, that was close. But now what do you do against that if you're DauT? There's the siege workshop from Jordan. DauT's whole plan surrounds this castle, right? He needs to use this castle to make trebs, but now he's going to lose all of his economy to the castle drop. And if Jordan just makes rams, it's over. Wow, man. Nomad's wild. Also, random missionary just died right there in the water. That's not something you see every day. It might even be worth it for Jordan. I guess he doesn't have the food economy, but I was going to say, might actually be worth it for him to like petard that TC down. DauT can't see the rams. Again, DauT wants trebs. Organ guns have been neutralized. He can't go for that anymore. He's going to be in big trouble here. My goodness. Which is the MTC. Good point. I did try and show you. It's this TC, not this TC. So that's good. And Bodkin arrows now coming in for DauT. And I really wonder what would happen if DauT would have gone fletching right away at the start of Castle Age. I think he would have been able to kill so many villagers on that gold. That was Jordan's only gold. Like, if you deny that gold, Jordan can't do any of the things that he's done here, right? DauT might get one treb. That's it. Also, Logan, if you have questions on, like, the app or whatever, and it might just be impossible to navigate for you, but feel free to ask and use the Discord for it. I do my best to help. I know you just needed to vent, and that's cool. But if you actually need some, like, constructive help, then feel free to just ask. Jordan shows up with the rams. He's going to place some houses here. These villagers are like, we used to live here. Let's make some houses. We're comfortable here. DauT's going to drop a Fatoria. DauT could still win this if his castle stays up. He doesn't have a lot of stone. And Jordan's trying to go in there to repair the ram. This is actually huge. They're in the minimum range of the castle fire. So the castle, it actually is hitting something. I think it's trying to hit the Vill. That's really interesting. Anyways, the villagers are getting focused down by DauT. Missionaries can't get to the organs now. Can't get to the treb now either. The rams were incredibly late from Jordan, who wants to run in here. And he wants to try and get conversions on the organs. That is really ambitious. But that's desperation from Jordan. And Jordan wants to drop a castle there, and he just petarded. He ran into the castle fire. He had no buffer, no meat shield, no nothing. And Jordan's gonna drop a castle on the castle from DauT. What is this? What is this? And it might work too. That's the crazy thing. Oh my god, what in the world? Like, if this castle goes up, is the plan that he can then use the castle fire to take out the trebs? What? DauT's got way more eco now. Jordan has no more rams on the way. The trebs have to be... Like, the trebs can sit here no problem, because the only way missionaries can convert them is if they stand next to them, and the game ends. My brain broke in 16 different ways. Just like that whole game was wild to me. The fast stimp play works out from DauT there. What a crazy moment. So let me go back. I just want to see if maybe I, like, misjudged the situation from Jordan, right? So, like, right now, the second you convert these organs, which I think he had already done at this point, or maybe I'm wrong. Okay, now he's converted the organs. I think your very first play is the Siege Workshop. Right? You have the wood. You have the gold. You're still going to castle drop. That's fine. Wood, Siege Workshop. I think Jordan actually did everything right in this game. Except the Siege Workshop timing was off. If he shows up with 5 rams instead of 2 at the timing that he did, I think the castle goes down for DauT. And then obviously if DauT doesn't have the castle, he loses the game there. Because Jordan's castle stays up. And then the missionaries are fine for Castle Age. And DauT would have had no military otherwise. It was... Also, you know, something we should mention as well, even though Jordan ended up killing the fish, I think his castle time was late, and he didn't take stone because he was so focused on the galleys, which is such a big talking point with the galley decision. But DauT gets a very important victory there, and a win that he needs for this series, right? Because I think going down 2 games to Jordan, unless you're Tato, going down 2 games to Jordan in a best of 5, normally you're not going to come back from it. But yeah, the Siege Workshop timing definitely could have been faster there from Jordan. I feel like Jordan's going to be disappointed he didn't get that win. Props, though, to DauT for getting his eco rolling how he did, despite all that craziness. Guy got castle dropped big time and still ended up using this one single castle to make all the difference in the end. I was wondering what civilizations were going to be chosen here, guys. This is border dispute, okay? These guys end up right next to each other. So this is game 3 in a best of 5. But what you need to know is it's border dispute. And we've got DauT in the red playing as the Khmer. He grabs 2 boars instantly. And then we've got Jordan in the blue. And Jordan's going to grab both boars instantly. And so instant food for both of these two. And nobody wants to share. Nobody wants to share that precious boar meat. Jordan, don't lose the villager, please. Thank you. I played this map like last year. Before that, I hadn't played it since like 2015. And I have to tell you, it's a classic, man. So I'm really glad that it's in this event. Jordan's gone for the Byzantines, which can be really nice defensively in most cases. But they're right next to each other. And then DauT's gone for the Khmer. And I think in a close quarters game, being able to hop inside of houses to keep your villagers safe is always very nice. But then also, not having to build a barracks before you build a stable or an archer range could also give him a nice little head start. So good work there. Yeah, Jordan's boar is just kind of like standing there. Usually the boar will go back to its spot, but occasionally it does not. If it were to, though, he would just give it another little hit. So yeah, it's just chilling, man. I don't know what spell he's put on that boar. But yeah, now he's hit it again. And he's just going to get the... Oh, geez, don't hit it yet. There we go. He's going to get the timing right. Another thing to mention is it is a 9 villager start, which is why we are so far into this game already. I actually think a 9 villager start is like crucial for this type of map because I've played maps before with boars in the middle where you have to go get them. But you have to go get them when you start with 3 vills. And it's just a nightmare. Players are losing villagers all over the place trying to get the boars, so... But yeah, look at this. Like, DauT's gone up 16 pop up. This is his win condition, is to get as much army out as possible. He's skipped a mill, obviously, a mining camp. He didn't need that. I think Jordan could have some big problems. I don't think Jordan's going to expect this type of uptime. Can you imagine just, like, 3 archers at Jordan's base? How devastating that would be? This is crazy. Now, something DauT might not be able to afford would be fletching. Normally, that's going to be a bit of a cost for him. But 2 on gold, 7 on wood. DauT's definitely going to open archers. Jordan had to place a mill. I guess there's no berries on this map. Oh, there are berries, but they're really far away. So he just had to place a mill to go up, basically. But yeah, he's going to be so far behind. Really good decision from DauT to pick Khmer for this map. Oh, man. Okay, so DauT's going to attack the scout here. Jordan will have to run. I don't know if Jordan's expecting an uptime like this. Jordan's going to lose that scout if he continues to fight. He is going to continue to fight. That's a surprise to me. Jordan's scout is down. He has no scouting intel now. He wouldn't have had it anyways. He would have just been sitting underneath his TC. And DauT's going to see that wall from Jordan. And he's going to be disappointed by that because time is the most important thing for him. And he wants to get those archers over there. So now he's going to have to run around. I don't think he's going to be too excited there. It could have been better to take the HP damage, right? To take some HP off there. That's probably Jordan's thinking. Normally, you only see players take the HP off and lose your scout if they think they can't save it. He could have saved it. But maybe it would have been on so low HP. Maybe he was worried that a single villager could be picked off or something. But it certainly would be nice to have a scout. DauT's being patient about this. DauT needs to, like, just attack with 1 vill. Okay, never mind. He doesn't do it. Jordan spots that because of Town Watch, which is a Byzantine thing. And he instantly goes for a range. Now he knows his opponent's going archers, so he's obviously going to go skirmishers. And now we see a tower from DauT. But it did take a lot of time, didn't it? It's taking so much extra time for him to get over there. Now we have a pause. It might end up actually being okay for Jordan here in the end, to be honest. The tower is really nice. That's Town Watch for you, him seeing that tower foundation. And it's not going to be too easy for DauT to disrupt the villagers underneath the TC or the other villagers on wood. I mean, he can, right? If he has like 3 archers, he could loop around right now, but does he know it's over there? Sorry for the pause, guys. Live game here, so. Did I say broader dispute? Whoops. Also, there's a sheep there for Jordan. That's actually really important here. DauT's not going to be able to get fletching, by the way. Jordan will be able to research fletching if he, gets the wood for the blacksmith. This always comes at a bit of a cost for you. DauT also didn't scout the berries back here. Jordan didn't either, so. How many berry bushes are there? It doesn't seem super balanced, to be honest. It just seems very random. Ah, you were mocking someone else for his typo? Oh, he said that. Yeah, I see. All right, so we're back in business. DauT sees that that tower is going up there from Jordan. And is now going to make a tower here, which still kind of denies the wood line, I guess. And is not ranged by Jordan's tower, which is probably the logic. All right. DauT's going to see the quick walls from Jordan and now think, wow, I should run in here. He doesn't have anything yet. And he now loses his scout. And he'll see the range, and Jordan's going to have skirms now. Jordan could be okay here. Jordan's still got plenty of wood. Jordan could even wall this if he wished to. And actually, does he see that? Oh, he also sees the berries. I'm getting really fixated on the berries, but I still actually think that's going to be a really important aspect of this game. I think DauT will be upset that he wasn't able to do more damage, but he was able to get fletching now, so I was incorrect on that assessment. Barely able to squeeze in fletching. He's at the limit, but you need to get as much value as possible from these archers. Jordan not pulling his skirmishers this way, despite not seeing the archers anymore, but let's see if he reacts in time. I think Jordan losing villagers here would be very uncharacteristic of him. And he feels like he can just get a couple foundations down, being Byzantines after all, and that's really cool under pressure. And sorry, the speed's changing too. Again, it's probably just because we're catching up from the pause there. There's no hole back there. Jordan keeps things protected. Again, well played to him there. Actually works out too because he needs houses. So these houses going up is not a bad thing. I want to see Jordan delete this palisade wall and run this way. Don't attack from the outside, from the inside, because then DauT can run away. I'd prefer to see him just completely trap this army, but oh, he's going to do it this way. And that ends up being a lot more obvious, but very easy for him to pull off anyways. DauT is on the berries, by the way. Skirmishers will kill. Will DauT be in trouble? Will he be vulnerable to a counterattack now? He's going to have 2 archers going that way. There's still a hole here for Jordan. So, okay, so back to the scout thing, though. If he would have kept that scout alive, he would have so much additional intel. And I think it would really benefit you on this map. It's just so weird. Like, the berry positioning on this map is actually so important. And look at DauT now. He's going to add scouts. He has the food eco for it. He's going to try and keep this tower up, which he may or may not be able to do. We'll see. He also is going to have 2 archers that loop around this way, and they might even find the weak villagers there as well. And now Jordan's going to see the berries and be like, whoa, what? He's taking berries? But has he reacted here? DauT kills 1. DauT's going to kill 2. What a great job from DauT. I don't know if he intentionally went to that part of the wood line, but he did kill 2 weak ones. Now these villagers are all exposed as well. Do people like to sneak on this map? Not really. I I mean, I haven't seen enough of the games, right? But it feels like this map is just like so in your face that that's normally what it turns up being every time. There we go. Jordan's going to wall that up now so the back area is protected. Now, Byzantines do have cheap spearmen. And also, Jordan's gone to gold, so he can make some archers as well. So the scouts won't be as effective. And Jordan sees this, though, a little late. Scout should be able to get a couple boops. Might be able to kill a skirmisher. Certainly is going to weaken them. Jordan walled in his villager so he could continue to attack the tower, but look at that. DauT just deletes his walls. And now DauT has to save his villager, and he does, but his scout gets hit. Now there's an archer there. And now this is still just so awkward. I think Jordan loses his vill, though. We'll see. Yeah, Jordan's going to lose his vill, and DauT can now kill the archers. No, loses a vill. Other one's weak. Over here, the spearman's been microed down, so the scout's there. The archers are going to take all day to be able to kill the tower. Jordan's got to send more vills. I guess Jordan will end up taking out the tower in the end. Jordan's got a lot of army. Like, this mix of army is just such a Byzantines thing. Finally, Jordan ends up taking care of that tower. We'll see if Jordan wants to commit more here. When you see your opponents gone scouts with the archers, normally a sign that they're happy to stay in feudal age and produce a lot more than you. But, oh man, the micro there from Jordan's very good. He has the skirms on the front, and then he'll have the archers behind, right? The archers and the spearmen are going to be there. Oh, archers are there. DauT trying to micro down the archers and the spearmen. Jordan trying to micro down the archers. The scouts are killing a lot of the skirmishers. And this is a good fight for DauT. Most of the skirmishers are gone. Jordan now going for house walls, but his army is just melted. And I feel like with Jordan's economy, there was no reason to move out there. I think he could have easily justified just staying at home. In the end, though, 16 to 14 KD, Jordan still so good with the walls this game. There's no hole there, no holes here. He's got the market as well to maybe buy some food so we can get up to the next stage. And DauT spent a lot of food on the scouts. Also, Jordan, 0 eco upgrades, but I don't think that matters as much on this map. I think early Castle Age, no eco upgrades is completely fine if you get some siege and knights out. And oh no, your friend! Man, Jordan's house walls have been really clutch, huh? DauT will probably be dropping a market if I know him. Surprised we haven't seen it yet. His eco balance is actually perfect. This is a very well-balanced economy. Normally, DauT is the player who's buying food like Jordan is at the moment. And even though Jordan's walled it, it's still not an easy life for him at the moment, right? Still pulling more villagers to wall all the time. Trying to micro down any archers that are behind here. Villagers end up being enough. Random spearman over here is just a distraction. Villagers here will finish the houses. And there we go. Both players click up. Wow. Dang. 2 archers, 2 skirmishers for Jordan. DauT's got 6 skirms, 6 archers, and 3 scouts. Now, Jordan's in trouble. If this army gets in, Jordan is in big trouble. It's going to get in. Jordan, oh man, he's got a wall towards the town center here. He has to run away with what he can. Also, DauT still has 2 villagers in there. Hey, they're free. They're free. Let's go. And Jordan just, what I like to say is he cut army numbers. So like he sacrificed army control for the Castle Age. And he's kind of paid the price a little bit here. But DauT has had the wood upgrade for a while. DauT, obviously a little concerned maybe that this army could get trapped in. He's just going to run away. I mean, there's a tower there. There's a TC there. He's going to shift his focus more towards the right. DauT doesn't have a ton on wood at the moment. So it doesn't seem like DauT's going to really go for siege, at least not immediately. It feels like we're going to see crossbow from him. Which normally is a little risky against Byzantines with cheap elite skirm, but Jordan doesn't even have many skirms. I don't think Jordan knows what to do here, honestly. Like, do you even upgrade these units? Do you really want to open knights with Byzantines? Obviously, a faster castle age, knights can be effective, but can barely take his food eco here. He's going to go for the siege workshop. That's a great play from Jordan. Definitely are going to need some siege shots to connect. The issue is going to be, what if DauT makes knights against that siege? And that's why we see the monastery from Jordan too. More house walls from Jordan. It'll get a lot harder now for him to play defense like this. And DauT's just going to camp the farms for now. And Jordan sends a camel out, just in case some units get through. Idle eco time is double for Jordan than it is for DauT. Got 30 idle eco versus 15. Jordan's terrified. He might even need a tower here. This army is kind of useless at the moment, isn't it? Let's see, though. I mean, DauT isn't necessarily known for his micro. And the defense could be possible for Jordan if he's going to have some monks and camels. And DauT, where are you going? Oh, my God. That could have been so much better for Jordan if his mango was one tile further forward. Not the area that DauT truly wanted to path there, I think. Okay. DauT, if he were to go in here, we would lose a knight. Monk Siege, perfect play here from Jordan. That was his only way out of this pickle. And I think it's the only way he can continue in this game. Crossbow goes down with a headshot to the face. Now you could, in theory, use the scouts here or the crossbows to try and kill the monk. Loses the knight. Goes in. Oh, DauT splits into the shot. And he won't end up killing the monks either. This monk's still alive. That was good for Jordan. Never mind, he did. Obviously, Jordan needs more siege. DauT's still making crossbowmen. And now he's going to get forging, so he's that much more attack on his stable units. Okay. Also, Jordan is on stone. This is definitely going to be a situation where, like, if he gains a lot of ground, he just castle drops DauT. DauT's going to peel off these crossbows to try and do damage to Jordan. I don't really know what he can do with that. And I think DauT could kind of distract himself. He's doing a lot of work now. He's trying to move multiple armies. It's very possible he could get caught out of position. Those camels are chasing there. The monks are going to follow. Oh, man. And DauT will drop the second town center here. Jordan's been on 2 TCs for a while now. DauT definitely doesn't want to engage there. Jordan doesn't want to stick around now either. Well played, both players. This is really good. This is actually a really nice spot to sit in. Those crossbows can range some of that stone, I think. Oh! DauT splits. Can he take out the mango? Oh, man. He loses a knight. But in the end, it might actually be okay because he took out the siege. He still has the crossbows out there. The monks are vulnerable. This pressure's kind of paying off, kind of not. I'm trying to focus on everything at the moment, guys. And in the end, I guess DauT's small army here is actually going to get cleared up by Jordan. The few lage units got way more value than you would ever expect. And actually, the knights get converted. If I'm Jordan, I try and heal those knights. Use those knights for your own. And oh, the knights here from DauT dive. Jordan with the house walls, though. The knights still could get in over here. Jordan needs to place another house. And he can't get it. He can't get it. The knights are in. Problems for Jordan. Maybe there's camels. There's monks. This is crazy. The siege here is going to connect. There's still an army over here for DauT. But more knights coming in from DauT, and he's going to kill a monk. Well played. Good couple moments here for DauT, I think. Now, the main concern in my mind is just the fact he's not on stone, right? So, like, if he doesn't have a castle drop, eventually, this could be an issue. Jordan's obviously making camels now. He really hasn't gotten lucky with any of these conversions. But the camels should clear this. Jordan's lost monk after monk after monk. He's had idle time on idle time. DauT gets away again, avoiding a conversion. DauT drops the third TC. More knights on the way from DauT. It's a crazy thing that he's doing right now. He's going against camels and monks with knights, and he's somehow making it happen. But eventually, that should change, right? Eventually, that could change. And this could all lead to Jordan dropping a castle on his face, which now, like, this is at a point where he has to. Another monk killed! Oh, and another villager killed. Oh, Jordan's all over the place, man. What a great job from DauT, because he just... It's so much pressure that Jordan just can't get a flow to the game again. Look, the mango goes down as well. That monk went down. More knights on the gold again. This knight kills another villager. This knight's going to kill 2 villagers. 20 villager lead now for DauT. Jordan, kill the knight, dude. Kill the knight. This is going to get wild. 18 to 1 KD. DauT has given himself a great opportunity. If this is a defensive castle, I don't like it for Jordan. I think it's going to have to be, you have to bring the monks forward with whatever camels and knights you have. You have to drop this directly on DauT's face. And obviously, you need conversions. The conversions actually have to land. He must realize how bad this is for him. DauT's just now adding the siege. DauT also, and I think this is going to save him, he's adding more crossbows. Because he knows it's going to be camel monk, and there's not going to be a lot of siege. This is so good from DauT. This is so good. I think this castle will, if Jordan attempts it, would always be denied. Going back into the crossbows was such a good decision. It's funny, just before this, someone was like, man, we've been really underwhelmed with DauT. Like, what's going on with him? Didn't perform too well in Red Bull. And just this, that, this, the other. But that's the thing about DauT, man. It's like, when he is on it, he's on it. And I think his decision-making has been great here the last 5 minutes. His crossbow number's so high. I mean, he still could lose it to the siege, right? Now he has his own siege to help as well, which Jordan might not have been expecting. Jordan clearly wants to drop the castle, but can he? Monk. Monk. Oh! Oof. DauT, click the farm. That's a big shot. Just holding that off is so important for DauT, because now he's on stone. So he could drop a defensive castle soon. Just needs to hold this position. And he will. He's got the upgrades. He's got the numbers. There's no way for Jordan to push this back. Camels get baited forward just like that. Look how good the crossbowmen perform right now. DauT sees more siege, and he says, okay, need to back away. That's good. Good to know, good to know, good to know. Seeing as you're Byzantines, you could just opt for a defensive castle here, maybe? Ooh, DauT's got to be careful with this one. Monks are going to get baited forward. Siege. Oh! Uh-oh. Well, the camel's dying isn't great for Jordan. But he does get a knight conversion. Keeps his siege alive. He did use all 3 of his monks, though, for that conversion. Double siege shot. DauT loses the crossbows. Just as he wants to drop the castle forward. Can he still do it, though? Can he still do it? He's not going to be quite as forward as maybe he was thinking originally. As he drops it there, and it's enough. That's the most DauT thing ever. To lose 10 crossbows, and then the opponent calls the GG. The most DauT thing ever. But he had the economy. And like I said, he had the numbers that he needed there. The key for him was honestly just the raids. He hit so many different spots in Jordan's base, and Jordan's damage control wasn't quite what it needed to be there. Also, I'd have to go back and watch it. But I personally felt like Jordan was a little unlucky with some of the conversions. He had so many monks trying to convert knights. Now, granted, some of those conversions were late. I don't think DauT can ever say again, like, oh, monks are unfair to me, as he often says. I think that Jordan was a little unfortunate at times. But still, like, DauT, he opened up this game with the aggression. He had much better eco. And Pedro saying this is an early resign. There's no way this is an early resign. He's completely dead. He's behind by 25 vills. DauT's going to clear up the majority of this army here. Obviously, DauT would have to, like, pull back a little bit. But, like, what is Jordan's long-term plan here? If his opponent is in the Imperial Age before him, and Jordan's economy and military control is well behind what DauT's is. This is a situation where I think Jordan's game sense was top tier. I don't think that's early. Now, what I would have liked to seen from him is never drop this third town center, because he was sinking more food into creating more vills when he was already behind in vills. So personally, I would have liked to see him use that food to make like knights and camels and just basically put everything in the army and then drop a forward castle. Because I think after that raid, there should be no way, particularly on this map, because everything's so close and so aggressive, that you can just like boom your way back into the game. Okay, 9 villagers start here on Arena. We've got Bengalis for DauT, and then we've got Turks for Jordan. And I've noticed there's not a lot of space in Jordan's base. It seems like there's a lot more space for DauT, because he's got, well, I guess it's fairly similar. It's just that this is like kind of more awkward to boom in than this area is. I don't know. Maybe a couple tiles make all the difference. DauT was the player who first kind of showed the world how good the Bengalis could be. This is before the Bengalis received the monk armor boost, which we might end up seeing in this game. But they get +2 villagers on upon arriving to the next stage out of each TC, which makes them a sick booming civilization on a map where you can't really pressure them. They've always been good on Arena, right? Like, this civilization was never weak on Arena, and then the devs gave them the monk bonus, which makes them even stronger on Arena. So we'll see what DauT can do. Now, if you were to go for heavy monks here, Turks get Lightcav for free. So I actually don't think that trying to go all-in monks is a wise move here, because even though they take 1 extra hit, still the Lightcav are the Lightcav. At least if like the game is balanced with these new Bengali monks, that's how it should work, right? All that said, like, you know, I think what DauT could do is he could still try and grab a relic or 2 while he booms. And then eventually he could go into, like, maybe some Halberdiers and Rathas later on in the game. Because DauT gets all those extra villagers, and because the economy can be so good with that, there might be some pressure from Jordan to do something other than standard play. But that's the thing. Like, Jordan doesn't do that as a player, so I think Jordan will probably just go Lightcav. And we'll have lots of time to talk and speculate on various strats and whatnot. Saul Place has created gaming profile. Thanks, T90, for the guide. Yep, for sure. You're welcome. Yeah, I've had that site since I moved to this platform. But you know, it's really important to me that I don't, like, shove information in people's faces, because I think it's really easy to come off the wrong way. Especially after a platform switch. Like, I don't want to be like, hey, did you guys know you can do... I don't want to do that, because I want people to, you know, show up when they really want to, and then, you know, ask those questions and then figure it out. But have the whole website. It's in every description of every video, in the description of every stream. It does show how to do a profile if you want. Glad someone brought it up, and it looks like it helped a couple people, so hopefully everything works out for you there. Golds are very far forward, and I don't know if that's standard. It looks like it's not standard to happen every single generation here. And DauT has now clicked up to the feudal age. Remember, though, it's not going to be 22 villas for him. It'll be 24 when he arrives to feudal. So, any word on AOE.net? Nope. It's been absolute radio silence from Microsoft. And I'm going to make a video on it. And talk a little bit about why I think there's been radio silence. What I would like to see happen in the future. And kind of how much the community uses sites like that. I don't know if they're in the process of making an API that can't be compromised or something, but basically, if you remember the spoofing issue, where, like, people were playing on my profile, but not really on my profile, and it was really weird. That's soon after that is when all those sites started to go down. And I'm pretty sure Microsoft was basically like, yo, you got to stop doing this. And they either shut down the API or they told the sites to, like, not do that. Oh, Jordan's going to Stone. So it might take Microsoft time to be able to get to a point where they have, like, a new working API around that can use data in the way the others got the data. What's the difference to a normal profile to gaming profile? It's just a page. You could call it gaming profile, but it's just a page. The advantage, obviously, to using a page is you can kind of name it whatever you want. Some people, like in your case, Chrisick, yours is like first name Chrisic, last name AoE, right? Doesn't allow that. It's not that easy for everybody. So some people don't want to, like, you know, like my name's Tristan. I might not want to type as Tristan on a page or on a stream. I might want to type as T90. So, but yeah, in your case, it looks like you've kind of skirted around the system. But other people just use a page to interact or whatever. It is funny. It is funny though, like how inconsistent it can be at times. Is Jordan gonna go like Kevin a castle drop? Because if he is, I love him. Let's go. Yes, this is such a good build. No one ever does this, man. No one ever does this. I tried it the other day on Arena and I died because somehow my opponent expected it. He went crossbows and pikemen. Who does that? It's like he knew. But anyways, this is going to be awesome. So basically you go for a couple light cap for map control. And then you bring villagers forward to drop a castle. And if you were to drop it right here, you could pretty much win the game if you think about it. Because it could eventually deny DauT's golds. DauT has a lot on gold, though, which makes me think he wants to consider monks. Now, the thing about this build order is it's very poor for your economy. Which is why I'm surprised that Jordan's doing it, because he's not really that type of player. Keep in mind, he's losing this series right now, too, right? I came to Facebook just for you. Well, don't want to sound conceited here, but I think a lot of people did. I know some people did find me naturally because the discovery features and whatnot. So not everybody, but I think the majority of people here probably came over because they either came from YouTube and then, you know, found out I was streaming here and started here and were never on Twitch, or people came from Twitch here, so. Obviously, I'm super aware of that, and especially for the people who've had the same name for a long time, I've been able to keep track of that. Yeah, Turks are awesome on Arena. Okay, let's see how this works. So DauT's gonna go double monk. So the way the Bengali bonus works is you essentially take one more hit than you would normally for the monks in any given situation. So that means a monk without Shoot, I should know the math on this. So a normal monk without sanctity would get 2 hit by a scout. Now it would take without sanctity, it'd take 3 hits. Now, with sanctity, I think it takes 4 hits from the scout. Now, I'm not sure about a light cav. But DauT's sanctity upgrade's not in yet. Oh, these monks are super dead. Monks should never be able to convert light cav anyways. Not quickly anyways. Yeah, so 3 hits. No, that's 2 hits. 3 hits? I can't even do the math. Anyways, here comes the villagers. Now, Jordan doesn't know the gold is there, and you never want to place it directly on the walls. Because if you do that, then the monks could range you. Now the monks will kind of have to come out. But a great start for Jordan here. The monks could still kind of deny, but like they're only delaying, really. Not denying. I used the wrong word. Jordan's farming away. DauT is being so annoying. The monk can't commit to which villager he wants to convert. Jordan would prefer that villagers would actually get converted here. Look, more villagers are on the way. DauT is clicking like a madman to deny this castle. It's so annoying. Basically, if you switch your conversions, it stops them from building. Okay, there we go. Finally gets 2 conversions. But now he's got 2 more monks. So he could actually do this again. Yeah, this is amazing! This might actually win DauT the game. Look how good his economy is. He's dropping the 3rd town center. It's delaying the inevitable push, which could really give DauT some problems. And DauT's still got more monks on the way! Another villager gets converted. Alright. Castle's going up, though. It's just, oh my god, is DauT annoying. Can you imagine how much worse it would be, though, if you built the castle right up against the wall? Okay, another villager's been converted. Another villager's been converted. Jordan, kill them. And now the castle's going to go up. It says Jordan's got an amazing KD, but that was actually just because of his own... is honestly just because he was killing his own villagers that got converted. So this 6-0 eco KD is the 6 of his own villagers. So the stats are very deceiving. DauT still has a lot of monks. He still has gold. He's going to add siege now. He really needs to go stone. Because with stone, then he could drop a defensive castle. If he magically had enough stone for a castle right now, he could just drop one. And then he'd be protected from this all-in push from Jordan. And Jordan's really all in. And again, it's not really a thing that you see from Jordan that frequently. I'm really excited to see what these Janissaries can do against these monks. Because normally Janissaries destroy monks. They have such high attack. Jordan doesn't know about that stone, but he does have this patrolling. They can't seem to get over there comfortably at the moment. Now, a lot of people are going to look at the eco count and say, well, I don't know, T90, like, I feel like Jordan's kind of dead here, isn't he? But it's arena. Anything can happen with an all-in push. You definitely don't want to dive in there with the light cab if you're Jordan, but he is keeping DauT honest at the moment, and he's trying to get some relics back to his base. We're not going to see a siege push from Jordan. We might actually see another castle drop. DauT's getting redemption. And he's getting redemption so he can convert siege, but there will be no siege. There's 6 monks, there's 7 Janissaries. But the monks take time, and the Janissaries should be able to one-shot. What? What? It didn't one-shot that? The Bengali monks are insane, man. They're the strongest old men you've ever seen. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. DauT's gonna sell all of his wood and buy a castle. Sell all your wood, buy a castle right next to this, DauT. You know what's coming if you sell those vills. Don't look at anything else here. Oh, there's gonna be siege there as well from DauT. Jordan's super scared. He knows how strong the monks can be. Oh, man. He's gonna go in Lykev first. He's gonna try and drop the castle there. The monks are gonna start to die. The Janissaries are behind here. There's also some siege, though, as well. Jordan needs to kill all the monks. He needs to take care of the siege. Can Jordan do it? DauT doesn't have his own castle yet. The monks aren't strong enough. The castle will go up here. And now DauT has, like, nothing, basically. He's lost all of his monks. Look at the KD right now. 24-0 KD. That will change, sadly. That was a really satisfying thing to see there. DauT, can you place that castle? Are you serious? Is that really what you want? Don't you... Isn't this a DauT castle now for you? What are you... I guess he kind of needs something. He has a 30 villager lead. He does have a lot of villagers building this. Oh, boy. Jordan just needs to let his units fire here. Kill as much as possible and then just turn around. Then he's got this castle firing on the TC. DauT is struggling to build this castle. But he will complete the castle. I'm surprised Jordan didn't actually kill more there. But it was, of course, the correct play from Jordan to back away when he did. Now, did Jordan notice that the villagers went this way? Because finding those villagers would be really important. As both players might be thinking about the Imperial Age now. DauT can still win this, right? I mean, he's got no gold income. But if he can get to this gold, that could make such a big difference. Yeah, they're both going to try and go Imperial Age for trebuchets. DauT clicked up. Oh, he also gets two villagers from each TC when he makes it to Imp, which is nice. Wow, Jordan not seeing those vills go that way could make such a big difference in this game. DauT also didn't have Loom. How did Jordan not kill more villagers on that castle? Now, Jordan's also going to be up soon. Might even want to sell his stone. Like, you got to get up quick here. And he also gets chemistry instantly in the next age. And with chemistry, you're going to be able to make bombard cannons. And you also have 2 castles versus DauT's 1. And DauT also can't repair because he doesn't have stone. So, DauT's just hoping for trebs. There's no real reason for Jordan to assume there's 4 villagers on gold there. A lot of people might say he should check. But, like, he has an eye on this. And as far as he thinks, DauT was never able to get out of here. Eco KD's 26 to 0. Yeah, Pedro, I think what I would have done in that situation, if I was Jordan, is I just would have sat my Jans there and I never would have clicked them or microed them. Just let them attack the closest thing. And oftentimes that means different villagers at the same time, which is what you want against villagers. Yeah, there's the Siege Workshop for Jordan. Obviously, he's going to want to go for Bombard Cannons. But probably Trebs as well, right? Oh, man, if these Janissaries get into the back of DauT's eco, though, he has such big problems. Look at this micro. DauT's being so annoying. Nice shot from Jordan, though. He kept a couple of the Jans there for the Vills. Up, 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 up. Monk dies. Janissary switches sides. He will die now as well. Alright, DauT does have a market, right? So he could sell more. He's trying to convert there. He doesn't actually have any more monks to bring over here. He's going to stonewall that. Jordan still got stone. Even Jan's right here would still be so good. DauT's got to protect these trebuchets with everything he's got. Right. Also, Jordan has all 5 relics, as I'm sure you guys have seen by now. Monk goes down. Jordan's going to make a Bombard Cannon right away. I actually think you can give up this castle if you're Jordan. You just don't want to give up this one. So just give up that. That's fine. DauT's going to try and come back to gold now. But yeah, as long as you produce out of this castle, I'm really disappointed he's not making a Treb, actually. But produce 1 Treb out of this castle, and then produce Bomber Cannons with the rest of the stuff, and I think you're okay here. 5 relics is a ton of gold income. The Bombard Cannon now is starting to hit the Vills. Jordan doesn't seem interested in saving this castle. Or at least he's decided that it's not going to be possible, and now he's also making a Treb. And DauT is using his Trebs against the Janissaries in the back of his base. Might be his best option, to be honest. But what do you do against the Bombard Cannons now? How do you keep your castle up? DauT's going to just keep trying monks, but he's almost completely out of gold. Block printing, though, will give the monks extra range. Sheesh, man. We got villagers exposed everywhere, and now the Trebs are going to get shot down. Oh! Okay. That was nice. It's one of the most frustrating things in this game, losing a Bombard Cannon to Treb shots. The only thing that's more frustrating than that is losing a Bombard Cannon to a monk. No! You delete it. Okay, thank God he deleted that. He could lose this game just because... No way! No way! It's underneath the castle! It will kill the Treb! What? Oh my God! DauT can do this! DauT can win this! What a swing, man! What a ridiculous swing! I can't believe that happens! Oh my goodness. And now Jordan's gonna lose his castle. That was the perfect moment there for DauT. 1 Bomber Cannon was deleted. He then converted the next one and used that to take a Treb. One of the most ridiculous swings you will ever see in Arena. What a game changer. My God. Low economy game, guys, right? But for DauT, he still has more villagers. He still has more of other things. And it's not like Jordan really has the eco to go for a lot of Hussars. He does have them. But man, oh man, what a disaster for Jordan there. I have to say, it should never happen. He should go for Trebs with the castle instantly. He should always keep his Bombard Cannons beneath his castle fire. You could make arguments for getting fletching at least for your castle. Just things that, like, the Arena players would have done. And Jordan, you know, he's just not normally the type to play these types of plays. To play this way. And now even the Janissaries are killing the villagers in the middle. Holy. That was epic, man. Also, these villagers are finally going to be found. They've collected about 800 gold. Which could have made the difference in this game. Because remember, DauT didn't have this gold for so long. DauT, honestly, he's actually the favorite to win this game now, I think. He just needs to get pikemen. I say just needs to get pikemen, but if he can get pikemen, then I think he is in an awesome spot. The food economy for Jordan's awful, and Jordan can't push anymore, and he can't push for a long time. So if the low economy player can't push, what on earth do you do here? Also, I don't think you can engage with these hussars right now. I think they'll actually get converted if you stay. There's just too many monks. Dang, man. That's wild. Look at the KD. If DauT wins this game with this KD, can you imagine? 16 kills for him, 72 deaths. He lost so much this game. But in the end, will it even matter for Jordan? Holy. Okay, he's trying to reboot back into the game. Now, this might be defense mode for Jordan because he has 5 relics. It's a good thought. Now he just has to hold for as long as possible. This is sloppy from DauT. Jordan should get those kills. I'm not sure what DauT's doing out here. So those monks go down. But Jordan's also going to see the barracks now. And he's going to be like, crap, I don't even have the food to make villagers. How am I supposed to make janissaries out of this castle? He's going to try. All right. I wouldn't poke my head out there with the bombard cannon either, but Jordan's torn. He's like, I kind of have to, right? Let's look at resources collected really quick. Very big difference here, right? Massive difference. Obviously, lots of stone and gold for Jordan. He's behind in eco upgrades. He's behind in the food eco and the wood eco. All right. More janissaries on the way. DauT just trying to scout with the hussar he converted here to see exactly what his opponent's going to be doing. But you pretty much have to assume your opponent's going to go hussar and they're going to go for a counter to the pikeman you're making, which usually is gunpowder. In higher economy games with Turks, you'll see cav archers. But that's not going to happen in this game, most likely. So we're going to have a lot of aggression. But it's going to come from DauT. And DauT's got the pike upgrade already. And he's always paying attention with his monks. That one conversion won in the game, honestly. I think if he doesn't get... Well, it wasn't really the one conversion. I think it was the one monk. We'll have to go back and watch it. If he didn't force that bomber cannon to be deleted and then convert the other one and kill the trap, I think he's lost the game already, truthfully. He would have never had the time to get the pikeman or any of that stuff. Just the army count's going to be so insane for DauT. Jordan has cut up now in villagers, but can he keep his castle up? The second he pokes out here with the bomber cannon, he should know what's going to happen. Yep, loop-de-loop from Jordan to distract, but the monks are already going in to convert that dude. And DauT doesn't actually need to convert it. He just needs to stop the bomber cannon from taking out the trebs, and he wins! He wins the game! What a ridiculous swing in this game, and he wins 3 straight to win the series. Now, the earlier games, they were all right. I thought they were pretty solid, so if this ever hits YouTube, what I'd suggest is... watch the full... We'll have the full best of 5. So basically the first 3 games in the description of this one. It'll be also be on my Extras YouTube channel, which you can check out for more extra T90 official content. But yeah, wow, what a ridiculous hold from DauT. But yeah, let's go back and see. Let's just try and assess the situation. Okay, so I'm going to be very particular here because that's what a caster should do, right? I should be talking about what a player can do to win or lose the game every single time. Jordan hits imp here. Now, we talk about low economy plays a lot on Arena, right? And low economy plays, every moment matters. You cannot waste any resources. In my opinion, you have to make a trebuchet immediately with a bomber cannon. You get chemistry for free, right? So bomber cannon. And I'm looking at these resources. Now, granted, he's microing here or whatever. But at one point, he actually queued 2 bomber cannons in the same workshop. I don't understand Jordan's decision. See, like, this is a mistake, in my opinion. He needs a treb. He absolutely needs a trebuchet. But anyway, so he doesn't add the treb. Even then, I still think he's okay. So let's wait, let's wait, let's wait, let's wait, let's wait. Now he's got 2 bombard cannons. Now he's about to have a treb. All right. Right about here. Okay, so as it stands, DauT has no stone income. DauT still has to deal with this, and DauT doesn't really have a lot of monks, right? So I think the trap for Jordan here is that he tries to snipe the trebs instead of just going after DauT's castle. I think he does snipe one of the trebs too, right? Yeah, like that's an easy snipe. Boom, easy. Unfortunate for him, obviously. Okay, so from here, again, he could have a treb queued, but he's going to have another bomber cannon on the way. He has the treb firing on DauT's castle, or he should. Actually, is that treb even hitting DauT's castle? Okay, it is. This is the moment, guys. I still think DauT would fall behind in this game. I still think he eventually loses his castle. I think Jordan's castle will stand. Watch this swing again. The redemption surprises Jordan, and he realizes he can't run back this way. And so he deletes. And then the conversion was charged. So he'd kind of already started the conversion. And that monk converts the cannon. And it's in the perfect position. And then Jordan loses the trap. And that's where the game ends. Essentially. Obviously, the rest of the game mattered. Wow. So it definitely is throw territory from Jordan, I believe. Again, I think small things like fletching on the castles, having the trebs out faster, and then just like not, you know, keeping yourself exposed there against the monks made all the difference. But still a ridiculous swing, and one of the craziest swings you'll ever see. Whoops, from conversions, or a single conversion ever. One conversion or one monk led to all of that. Here's a look at the total resources collected that game. Wow. But yeah, obviously high wood count, high food count for DauT. Jordan's golden stone. All wouldn't have really mattered at this point. In fact, when Jordan was calling the GG, he even did lose that cannon. So, wild game. If you followed the whole series, I felt like the series was... I feel like it was more close than 3-1. Also, the whole series was kind of riddled with some slight misplays here or there. Some people might consider that a slight misplay from Jordan and an amazing play from DauT. I think it's more 50-50 in the middle. But if you think back to like game 1, game 2 in particular, I felt like it was a little sloppy here or there from both of these two. Obviously, this is in the Warlords tourney, so it's group stage. That will send Jordan down to an elimination game, so he has to win in the group. And if he does win, he stays alive. If he loses, he's out at 13th or 16th place. DauT will move on, actually, to face the Viper in the winners round. So that'll be a fun one to look forward to eventually. Again, YouTube, I'll have... I won't be uploading all my casts of the Warlords to the main channel. I do the best individual games continuously on the main channel. I will upload if I cast them, like the quarterfinals, the semis, and the finals to the main channel. So if you want group stage stuff and you ever want like full sets, again, check the YouTube description. We've got the video there, which will be live on the Extras channel. And you might as well just subscribe to the Extras channel too, because I'm always tossing content up there too. But yeah, anyways, hope people enjoyed that one. That was, well, a moment to remember. Let's put it that way.